Hey guys, welcome back to another episode of Survival with Boomer. So, we got to work when we finished up the Guardian Grinder. I almost want to have the theme to Space Odyssey going in the background. Doom, 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 doom. Yeah, whatever. Let's just take a look. Here we go. And so we've got a pretty good rate of spawn going on here. We've got it completely finished all the way up to y equals 62. And the Guardians have been coming down at a really good clip. Actually, initially it was so fast. The way I had built my sorting system, I had to redo it. I had all the hoppers going from the right to the left over into your traditional sorting system. And what was happening about halfway back, in here I was seeing backups. And the further I got to the left, the more items were stuck in the hoppers. And it was going to eventually get to the point where the items just would not collect. So what I did at midpoint is I flipped them. So we now have two sets of sorting systems going out, one on each side. And I've set up pretty major amount of storage. Now, they're not going to fill up in a couple of hours. It would take a few days. But if I'm stuck on a project for a long period of time, this is going to continue to grow and save everything up for me. We've put together enough material to get started on the base design. We have about almost a double chest and a half of dark Priz. We have a full chest of sea lanterns and a full double chest of prismarine blocks. I don't remember for sure, but I don't know if that's going to be enough to get the base started. So I do want to just talk about this briefly. You're kind of wondering, how's that water staying in? And it looks kind of odd. So I've added a couple of texture packs since. I went back to Faithful. I was using the standard default version, didn't like it. Went back to Faithful for 1.15.2, and it's a lot softer. I do like it a lot. I'm probably going to stick with it. And I also added on top of that a clear glass texture pack. And I'll see if I can pull those up here for you just so you can see. So I am running the Better Faithful. Actually, it says 1.15.1, but it works perfectly fine in 1.15.2. And I'm running this Carlox clear glass one also. I had found a different one I tried, but it left 3 white dots in every single one of them. I didn't like it. I wanted pure clear. Now, just to let you know, you do have to have Optifine running as well to get this. But if I could just fly up there or jump up there and see it, it looks like barriers are in place. Unless you look right up against the prismarine, let me zoom in on it here. You can just see the edge of the glass running all the way up that prismarine brick tower. And then again, you can see it at the very top, right above my crosshair. So the water is being held in. I'm just running that pure clear glass because I don't like those dots. I've yet to find any other way of making it look nice. So when I was looking at it from this angle to show you guys the spawn rates, all you saw were dots, and it just did not look good. So I decided to get rid of it and go with the clear texture. The other thing you might be asking is, how in the world is this Guardian farm even running? Because at the top there is no cover over the farm. Well, actually there is. The mob farm up there is working as a temporary cover for the Guardian farm. The block just has to not have sky access. So while it is so much higher, almost every single spot, it's like the first outer row, one row all the way across, left, right, forward, back, is not covered with the sky, but the rest of it is covered by the mob farm up there. Now, when I remove that, I will have to put a ceiling over the farm. I already have a design in mind for that. So until I absolutely positively have to tear this down, it's going to stay up as long as I can. And then when I need to tear down the mob farm, because it's actually going to go into one of the 8 chambers that'll be surrounding this area, it's going to stay there for now. So, and it's doing a dual purpose. I really need gunpowder. I am going to have to do a little bit of TNT explosion, but not nearly as much as I thought. So we're going to get gunpowder from the farm, and it's keeping the Guardian farm running with plenty of drops. And currently the farm is not backing up. I've been checking it periodically, running it for a couple hours while I've been doing work down here, and it hasn't been a problem. So we're going to consider this done and move on to the next project, which is going to be starting to develop the base. In order to do that, a lot of the base will actually be butt up against this wall, and parts of it would be in this wall. So I need to remove the wall. In order to do that, I have to remove the water surrounding the wall. So I'm going to take you up and show you what we're going to be working on today. All right, guys, so we are up on top of the wall now, and as you can see, the gardening farm is just cranking away. Now, could it be more productive? Yeah, probably. You know, the mob limit for hostile mobs in the water, I believe, is 70. I could have built a bigger tank and possibly had more valid spawning spots. I realize it could be slowly, you know, restricting the spawn rates, but I'm getting a pretty darn good clip. I'm not out to build the fastest, most productive, most efficient farms in the world. I want to build stuff that's going to be purposeful, useful, and meets the needs in a relatively short period of time. And this has been more than sufficient already. I could shut this farm down, and I probably have 95% of what I already need just for building the base. Maybe not 95%, but within a few hours, this will produce enough to get me through the base build. So that'll continue to run. So we're up here. And what we've done is we've already gone through roughly, this was roughly 6.5 double chests of sand that I had to mine and place to cordon this off. Oh boy, this one might be a little bit of a challenge. We need to clear all this water because we need to take down the wall. To start with, we're going to take down the wall to whatever the surrounding layers are under the ocean. So if that side over there were to stop at y equals 42, we'll stop it there. If this side is 36, we'll stop there. We're going to match it so that it matches the terrain to start with. And then I'm going to test taking it down to the bedrock level like I did with this in a couple of sections. Taking it down to bedrock is going to be so much more work, but what would allow me to do is to build that triple or quadruple layer of glass to make a more effective visual representation of the base of the bottom. However, I may not do that, so we'll have to see how it goes. So we're going to go ahead and start clearing out all of these sections, getting all this water out, clearing out the sand, and we'll have a nice big box when we come back. We'll see you in a little while. Hey guys, welcome back. So we went through and finally went and placed all that sand, got them all squared off, got all the water cleared. It took probably 2 days of going through and harvesting the sand, placing it down, going in there with sponges, clearing out the water, drying them out, doing the same thing over and over. And then the next stage was to remove that inner cobble wall. That is completely gone. And I had to go down and reshape this inner circle just a little bit. As we're playing, you might see little spots like right there. I'm going to zoom in on it, where I'm missing some end stone. It's because I had to drill all the way down to shape the bowl as part of the base build. And we'll fill those back in later. I'm not too worried about it yet. What we're going to continue on with here is building the platform where we're going to be able to walk around and access all the different parts of the base at this level. This outer circle right now is a 73 block diameter circle. What I've got here represents the diameter of a 65 block circle. So from where I'm at, go 65 blocks that direction, that will be where the circle would end. So this would be block 1 and then 64 more. Hey, look at that, the Guardian wanted a cameo. All right. And so what we're going to do, I have a website that I use. It's called Plotz, plotz.co.uk. And it helps you build circles, ellipses, toruses. I have a different site I use for voxel shapes, but this one works great. And what we're going to do is take the numbers off of the site that it's got for a 65 block circle, and we're going to place them down and build out this inner ring and figure out where it needs to go. And so I'm going to throw some numbers here, 64322. So and that's the first ones we're going to start with. And what that represents is starting with this block, 1, we're going to go 6, then 4, then 3, and then 2, 2. So we'll just start from here. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's counting with Boomer, 6. Normally here I would place a dummy block, cobble, dirt, so, something really easy to clear. But we're going to be filling in between there with prismarine bricks. So since it's the actual block I'm going to use, we're just going to place it. So we have 6, 4, 3. And this pattern repeats every 1/8 of the circle. So we're going to repeat this pattern 8 times over. It's just going to depending on what direction we're going in. So that was the 6, 4, 3, 2, 2. Now we're going to do 1, 2, 1, 1. and we're going to stop there and go to the other side where I've got that dot and pick up from there. So we first said 6, 4, 3, 2, 2. So now we're going to do 1, 2, 1, 1. Because I made a change in the outer shape of this ring, it was a 73 block diameter, but I changed one block in the middle to make that longer, and one block came out of the corner to make, when you make the turn, as wide as it will be over there. So it'll be 3 blocks wide. Where here, if I were to just make a 73 and a 65, it's barely 2. And it's noticeably different visually. This is a little build trick you can use in circles. So there it's 3 blocks. When it gets over to the center here in a circle part at the turn, it'll still be 3 blocks wide. It'll just be at an angle, so it'll look like 2, but it'll actually be 3. So we're going to finish up here. So we said 1, 2, 1, 1, and then we're going to go to the other side and see what do I have to trim, because the plan says to put a total, there's a 1, 2, so now it says to make 6 ones. But we're only going to do 2 on this side, 2 on that side, and I think what's going to happen is when we come back, we're going to be butted right up against it. Oh, I can make this jump, can I? I stink at parkour, but yeah, I can make that jump. Now if I just don't fall to my death. All right. So let's build ourselves a walkway. So again, we said 6, 4, 3, 2, 2. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. And remember, your dummy block or your place block like that always goes to the inside when it's filling. If it were that outer ring, then I usually tend to put it on the outer part so I know which one to break. Let's see, 6, 4, 3. 1, 2, 3. Our placement, and then 2 2s, so that's kind of narrow. 1 and 2. Okay, now we got a single or 1, and then we've got 2. So this is where I thought this was going to be 6 ones, and I'm not convinced yet we're going to get 6 in here. Let's see. So there's 1. It might. So that's what I was thinking. 6, 4, 3, 2, 2, 1, 2, and then it's supposed to be 6 ones. 6, 4, 3, 2, 2, 1, 2, and then 6 ones. 1, 2, 1, 2. Yeah, we have a problem. I made a mistake somewhere. They're not lining up. Am I off center here? Am I really off center? Did I really screw this up? 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Nah, you see, there's a reason that torch is right where it is. Okay, luckily this is an easy fix. We just move everything back 1 block. So we're going to put that there. Bingo. So yeah, this is the perils of building circles, is if you screw 1 block up anywhere, you screw up the whole thing. And you end up doing something like this. At least we caught it now versus having the whole thing done and then finding out, or like I've done, the biggest ones I've done were 255. That one that goes all the way around the base is a 255 block circle. And 3 of the 4 legs I actually nailed perfectly on the first try. The last leg I had 1 block I had to clear. So I've had a lot of practice with it. But then again, you know, I just biffed one here. So practice helps. Just, you know, do it over and over. Get in there. Don't worry about, you know, freaking out if something goes wrong. It's going to go wrong from time to time. Just take your time and do your due diligence. 1, 2, 1, 1, 1, 1. There we go. So we'll clear these out. Well, I could have left those prismarine blocks in, but I just wanted to make it look right. Okay. So 6, 4, 3, 2, 2, 1, 2, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1, 1. Yeah, there we go. We got it. Okay. So now I just have to repeat this 3 more times. So let me get this finished. I'll be right back. All right, guys. So we have our ring in. Now we're just going to go back and fill this in. Here's what I wanted to show you. When I was talking earlier about this path, when you put in 2 lines in a circle, the inner circle bends at a little bit different pace than the outer circle does. Where's my pickaxe? There it is. And by using circles without altering diameter, what's going to happen is I keep missing. As you enter this corner and you start, filling in the blocks, what you'll see is that this will narrow to the point of you're going to look at it and go, how is that possible? It's not a pretty build. But what you're about to see happen, because I made an adjustment to the outer ring, like I mentioned, where I added 1 extra block during the straightaway and took 1 block out of the corner once we were into the center of the turn. And what that kind of does is just it balances out the width of the corner. Man, I am really missing bad tonight. So in the center of this turn here, so let's go to the center of the turn. We are in the center of the turn. Well, not anymore, we're not. Hang on. So lucky when building this, I only did that one other time. I got lucky enough and I got the circle in all the way, but I just forgot to hold shift as I was backing up. So what I wanted to show you was that difference, okay? The circle center is right here. It's 3 blocks wide. Actually, it's closer to 4 even. You only count 3, but 3 blocks wide is already bigger than 3 blocks going from left to right. And we've got a little bit more extended past each side of the block. So that side actually is even wider than it is here. But as you walk through it, it right here in the center, it gives you that visual representation of being about the same size. And so that gives you that nice look as we're going through the turns all the way around. So we need to fill this in. And when this is completed, we're going to go jump in a lake. No, we're probably going to get some sleep and call it a night. It is getting kind of late here. However, I do want to just take a quick reminder of how to actually build in Minecraft. I mean, I'm not a hermit, but I definitely know how to do this. Of course, like I said, I've only fallen twice so far building this circle. Oh, I almost did it again. So I'm going to go ahead and finish this. I'll be right back. Hey, guys, look at this. We have ourselves, I'm going to try something we've never done before here. Yeah, look, I can do this. Not really. We've got ourselves a complete platform. I'm probably going to fall off of it before too long here. But we're done all the way around. And this is the start of a lot to come with this base. There's more coming underneath it. I need to get ourselves a lot of scaffolding because we've got some major building to complete underneath here. So I'm going to keep chopping the bamboo I've got growing, I don't know, wherever the base is, somewhere back over there. Yeah, we're going to need a whole lot more. So I'm going to wrap this episode up here. I want to thank you guys for taking the time to watch. If you're new to the channel, consider subscribing. But as always, when you're playing Minecraft and you're building, you just gotta go boomer or you gotta go home. We'll see you later.